Alright guys, it's Jahlon with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I am returning to my video series called Getting Started with Streaming and Video Making. Dusted off that series yesterday, now it's time to do episode 4, and today's episode is getting free game keys. I know there's a lot of content creators out there that are looking for a game, looking for something to settle into, but you don't have the budget to be buying a bunch of games, so here's just a way to get some free game keys. And free is good, right? So, a couple of websites that are going to hook you up. You got Hoovit, you've got Terminals.io by Evolve, and you've got Keymailer. These are just up there in random order. I started with Hoovit only because Hoovit was the site I started using first. And big pro of Hoovit is that it's a known criteria. I really like the fact that they tell you outright what you need in order to be eligible for a video. So when you click into a video you're not eligible for, it's going to tell you why. You don't have the right amount of view count, you don't have the right amount of viewers on Twitch, your Mixer count isn't high enough. Sometimes it'll tell you that you don't have enough followers or enough subscribers. Kind of keys you in. If you look at the game and who's publishing the game, kind of lets you know where you need to try to drive your channel to. Another cool feature is that it's going to auto find your work. As long as you tag your video properly, it will auto find it, auto complete it for you. Basically turns your homework in. A couple of cons at Hoovit. There is a limit on requests. At first, you can request up to 5 keys. As time goes on, as you have things outlying, you can't just keep spamming key requests, so you have to deliver to open up more opportunities. And there are just a lot of off the beaten path games there. I haven't really ever seen big name games there, but I will say I have found several wonderful gems of games, several diamonds in the rough. And the nice thing is that once you complete, you accept your key, you turn in your product, the game is yours to keep. So kind of cool way to help you get some exposure, some things to cover. Next up, I'm going to talk about Terminals.io. I'm going to give this as a pro, and it's a good source of news. If you want it, you can log into Terminals.io, get a lot of news that's going on with a lot of games that wouldn't get coverage at the big websites. And you can specify certain games to watch, waiting to see what's going on with them. So pretty nice news feature that they have there. It's easy to find games. A lot of these websites, the pages get kind of convoluted. Terminals.io, you can really nicely grid it out. A couple of cons, of course. A very busy front page. Terminals.io isn't just trying to hook you up with game keys, like I said. It's hooking you up with game news. So that does kind of get in the way a little bit. Lots of stuff in your site box. You're going to get news in your box as well as game keys. Not necessarily, I don't want to be filtering through to find out news about a game. I kind of just want to know if you're giving me a key so I can go review the game. Like I said, not just key offers. They're going to give you all sorts of stuff in your site box. And the biggest games aren't here either. I haven't seen really top shelf games here. So if that's what you're looking for, not really the site to go to. And you got to manually post your work. And what that means is you have to double back to where you got your code, and then you got to click submit coverage, and then you have to manually file your stuff. So not as convenient as the other sites that are just going to automatically pull it. Last up, you got Keymailer. Pro, easy to navigate, right on the front page. It's going to have upcoming games. It's going to have current games. It's going to have some featured games by how many people have requested keys. Yeah, they do take some money to sponsor videos, obviously, a little advertising there, but that's fine. That doesn't really interfere with what you're trying to do. Not a lot of spam. What's in your box is key offers, so it's nice, it's clean. You're not filtering through a bunch of junk. Very well done profile system. I really do enjoy this profile system. It outright lets you see in a single snapshot of where you're at with subscribers, followers, and Twitter followers. If you use Mixer, it's there as well. And then it ranks your coverage. As you cover more stuff, your coverage number goes up. Didn't take long for me to get up to where I'm at. I have no idea what the cap is, but it is nice to know that they're ranking your coverage, that actually turning in reviews is causing you to move up a little bit. If I find out that that is actually the key to getting some of the big name keys, I will double back and fill that in. A couple of cons here. You won't get big game keys if you're a small name streamer. I have about 30 key requests in. I'm getting a lot of good games, and I've really enjoyed some of the games that I've gotten. But like the Monster Hunter World, those level of games, probably not going to come to you if you're a small name. And no indicator of what you should be looking for. Lots of waiting. Like I said, I have like 30 pending key requests. Hoovit kind of does their thing, and they're like, okay, you're going to get a key if you're in this category. So you're going to have a lot of waiting. So don't assume just because you click, yeah, I want this key, that you're going to get it. Be responsible. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. If you get a key, use it for a review. Don't try to sell these game keys. Then it's just going to ruin it for everybody. Just do the review. Don't feel that you need to speak well of the game. If you've seen some of my game reviews, I am honest about it. If I think the game is great, I say it's great. If I think it needs improvement, I say why. And if I think the game is total garbage, I call it that. I will say a game is total garbage. For the most part, I always do a review if I get a game key. To date, there's only one game I didn't review when I got a key for it because there was just some sadistic graphics in it. I don't even want to mention the game. Don't have to be nice. Be truthful about your feelings. That's what game reviews are. That's what companies are looking for. They're looking for legitimate consumer reviews. And then don't be afraid to take risks, man. Never be afraid to contact a company directly. If you think you have a solid following, go directly to the game makers. I've done it a couple of times. I've contacted game makers direct. I've gotten really nice rejection letters. Hey, you don't have enough subscribers. You don't have enough followers. You don't have enough views. But at least I got a response. If you're one of the bigger name people, go direct. That's how these bigger YouTube bigger YouTube channels, that's how they're getting their game keys. They're not going to these 3 websites. They're going direct to the company and be like, hey, I'd love to review your game. And then when you get even bigger, those companies are actually going to them and say, hey, we'd love for you to review our game. All right, guys, and that is it. If you want to talk more about getting started with streaming or getting started with video making, you need suggestions, help, guidance, whatever, shoot me an email. Get me on Discord. Discord's the easiest. I'm on it like all day. Swing by my Twitch while I'm streaming. Ask anything you want during my shows. Anything goes. And as always, big thank you to my sponsors. My sponsors are the people who make giveaways possible for me. I like to give away game keys for good games. And I'm getting close to giving away some gift cards on Amazon. So make sure you check out a couple of the videos that are going to pop on this end card if you want to know what other advice I have for getting started. Take care, guys. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? There's videos up here to watch. You got to go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.